So well, guys, this is going to be a quite deciding match since I had the goal of reaching 1300 in Catan universe, and look look at the list. I'm actually at the moment place number 156, but more importantly, my ELO at the moment is 1296. So I would assume if I win another game, I would jump over 1300. Which was my goal in the first place when starting to play base games again, because I normally prefer cities and knights, to be honest. But well, let's play another four-person base game. I pretty much only know four-person base games. I really need to be looking at three-person base games, but to be quite honest with you, the basic game it gets boring after a while, to me at least, as a player who has been playing Cities and Knights pretty much his whole life. So yeah, I will turn my attention back to Cities and Knights sometime in the future. Also to some scenarios, maybe the Four Island scenario. That's one I need to look into. I would like to improve on. I've played Treasure Island quite a lot, and Treasure Island is fun too, but it's a little bit overplayed, I guess. It's also quite luck dependent, which I assume for many people is actually a good thing when you like want to explore stuff and want to have it such so that everybody has a reasonable chance of winning, which is of course more prevalent in more luck based scenarios. But yeah, the ba- the basic game is actually not all that exciting if you want to play it just for fun. At least for me, it can be exciting if you focus on strategy and if you like treat it as a sort of chess, more or less. So let's see what we've got. I'm in third position here. The read is excellent, which is the first thing I always look for, or is the second thing I look for, which is also excellent. He will probably take the 8510 or the 854. Brick is quite good on the 8 and 9. Oh no, he goes for the 9 wood, which I wouldn't have done, to be honest. I mean, it makes some sense, I guess. But on the other hand, it leaves open this amazing or weak spot for me, and I don't know, man. Leaving me leaving me that or and wheat, it doesn't sit well for me if I'm in second position. And you can easily play without both wood and brick, actually, if you focus on an early cheap strategy, which is definitely what I will be going for now, since I will always get a good second wheat spot to go with my amazing ore production. Yeah, 5, 6, 11 will be open, and I will probably take it, or the 6, yeah, or the 5, 8, 10. Maybe take the 5, 8, 10. I'm wondering why fourth position didn't pick the 5, 8, 10 over the 5, 9, 10, since 8 is obviously a better number. It rolls more frequently than 9, but probably the reason for him is he wants to settle on this brick port. But anyway, I will take the 5, 8, 10 if he does, because it also brings me some sheep production with my ore wheat, and I need at least some sheep to be able to buy development cards. I think I will point my road. Well, someone's gonna pick the 834. So I shouldn't put too high hopes in that. I will just point to the coast. I mean, my first goal. They are really, really keen on wood. I mean, yes, I have to play without wood, but come on, guys, I get 24 production points. I can easily play without wood with 24 production points and amazing ore wheat. I think both Gray and Brown made some decisions I do not totally approve of. I totally agree with Red's first placement. By the way, that was an obvious pick. Again, the 9 wood. Wood is a rare resource on this board, and yeah, I would have gone for the 8-3-4, but the 6-9-12 is a respectable option for Red also. So Red is a serious position of threat to me. But the other two, again, maybe it plays out. It's always a luck-based game, and if many 9s roll, their strategy might have worked. But I actually don't agree with their placements. And I also don't agree with them fighting. Over what are they fighting? I mean, the 5-10 is not available. They are fighting over this 3-1 port. I will take the 3-1 port down here. It's way better. Yeah, I don't agree with basically any of my opponents. Although Red's decision to take the 6-9-12 instead of the 8-3-4, it has some benefits. I will not deny that. So Red's decision, I'm actually okay with. But Brown and Gray, no. The 6 is a number I don't produce, unfortunately. So yeah, of course I'm a little bit dependent on like 5 and 8 to produce, but in the long run they should. At the 7, that's the first rubber. Yeah, and they already blocked me, which is not that nice, but I still produce at least 1 grain on 5. That's the first 9. That's good for everybody, really bad for me. I could ask if somebody wants to give me that wood, since a road settlement, although not my first priority in this game, is a priority for me, of course, at some point. You always need at least one settlement. Three, that's also not my number, so the first 3 rolls weren't that nice for me, unfortunately. I need to be trading for another wood sometime. And I have the warmer already with me. I need to be buying some development cards to get some early nights to keep that warmer away from my property. That's actually quite important. I produced the first product. It's a sheep. Yes, I want to trade that for a grain since my 5 is blocked, and I would of course prefer to have a wood, but well, I don't think anyone's going to give me wood. Another number that I don't produce. So the others do have a better start. I can't deny that. It's a 7. So I need to steal. Unfortunately, I think they have all spent all their wood. The only one, is there one player who hasn't? Well, Gray. I think Gray might have wood. I will always go on this line. Grain. I don't want grain. Sorry, Gray. Sorry, Gray. I was aiming for wood, not grain. At least that 9 is blocked. So please give me a 5 or an 8. Preferably an 8. Nope. There's the first 8. I knew it would come at some point. Yeah, he is actually in a great spot with all his wood production at the moment. I still prefer my spot, but his spot is respectable. Anyone wants to give me a wood? That would be really helpful. Getting that first settlement, since building settlements It's going to be a pain in the ass for me in this game, since I'm not on any wood. No, and I already suspected that the answer would be no. So I get my first knight, which is nice, because the robber can come back to me pretty quickly. There it is, and I can't stand that. Although, at the moment, blocking that 5 doesn't hurt that much, but that the 8 doesn't produce is really, really hurting me. There's an 8. And yeah, I need to be stealing from Brown. He's getting too much ahead in this game. To play a knight. Also played before the move, since I don't want them producing. Now, does anybody have ore or wood? I don't think they have either product, unfortunately. So I just need to be stealing from Brown to stop him. Destructively. I need to get some ore production going. And if I get a city, I will city up this 845 for 5 spots, because it makes it easier for me to buy more cities. And my strategy is going to depend on cities. Yeah, it's amazing settlement spots now. And there's the first 4, which gives me an ore. I would want a second ore just to get closer to my city. And bricks are not of any value at the moment. I need to build on that 3-to-1 port just so I at one point can. Now I'm at the risk of settling out, unfortunately. And it's a long way until it's my turn again. There is already a 7. Yeah, I will just get rid of. Well, let's keep 1 brick, because I don't know if the 8 is going to get blocked, maybe. Yeah, I already suspected that. That's why I kept 1 brick in hand for my settlement. Yeah, we really need to be stopping Brown now. Although I didn't agree with his placements, it's going way too well for him. He has amazing settlement spots. And it's a 9 that produces everybody wood but me. And Red has to get rid of half his cards. Yeah, block his ore. Nice. We can't allow him to city up. And he produces again. I mean, that 11 produced more than my 8s and 4s combined. Another number I don't produce. I haven't produced a single product this entire turn. It could have been a really nice game, but the actual result turns out otherwise. At least I hope someone rolls a 7 so Brown gets to discard half his cards. There it is. He steals from red. That's not really the one I would go for. It's okay. I mean, it's okay that it's not me, but on the other hand, production-wise, red is no way near brown. Another 6 it is. Another 6 it is, of course. So he can easily fall for one his way to another settlement. And another 9 it is. At least someone wants to give me a wood. For a grain maybe, although the 6s have produced so much grain that it's pretty redundant of a question. Maybe I must. Complete 7, so that. I mean, I'm happy with the 8, but I would have rather seen the 7. So gray and red both get to discard. Another wood production for everyone. Maybe if with all this wood on the board they can trade one. Yes, I want this, but oh no, it's the other way around. I was so hoping he was asking for a brick, but he wasn't. Everyone gets sheep. Yeah, this is really going horrible. No, not. I'm not. The only problem Brown has is turning his. So he has 5 settlements. He has maxed out on settlements. So he has his 7 points, but his other points really need to come from cities now. So getting ore is the challenge for him now. Anyone wants to rid me of one of those bricks? Yes, Brown. Although not happy trading with him, Red, please do it also. I mean, I have to trade with him. I need wood for my settlement. And I will city up this spot. Since it helps me get my other city. At least in theory, if not every time the 9 produces. The 9 is not at all helpful. Yeah, we need to be blocking this 4 ore from Brown, since he can't. Gray, I'm not worried about Gray. Yes, he has 4 settlements, but those don't produce that much. Well, they produce that much, it's the 9 rolls every single time. Red is in a somewhat good position, but it's really Brown who is the issue player at the moment. No, not going to help you get that important city. But Gray is, damn it. Don't help him. Don't help the guy who's leading. Does he already have his city? He's prolonging his longest road, okay, and nobody is going to challenge him on that. I'm certainly not. Longest road was never in my plans, at least. So yeah, I need a sheep to build that settlement. Anyone wants to give me a sheep? Oh, I think I could get rid of the brick more easily. Yeah, I have to do it, unfortunately, since I'm settling out at every turn. So now I do have my settlement. I'm not going to build any more settlements now. If Brown builds a single road, I even can't. But I need to be buying development cards. But it might be already too late for that strategy. Yeah, he produces too much. I don't think we have any. There's a city, now we can buy another settlement. Well, I can buy another city at least. Or I could also secure me a second settlement spot. But I think, or I could just go for a development card, since in the long run, I need development cards to win this. I think I will do that. I will secure my settlement spot here and go for a development card. Yeah, because if I want the largest army, I need to be starting right now. The game is not going to last terribly long with his 8 points. Come, go on that 4 ore immediately. Go on that 4 ore if you want the game to continue. Well, okay, I'm okay with him blocking my 8 since building a settlement isn't a high priority right now. I just needed to secure that spot since it's the last settlement spot on the entire board available to me. And I probably won't be winning with 2 victory points as much as I wished. So there's the 8 that produces me a ton of ore. Okay, at least I have a knight so I can chase the robber away. And block Brown's all-important ore spot. Yes, that was an important block. I can't let him have a second city. That's way too close to victory for him. So I get another nice producing city. Again, I hoped it would have all happened a little bit earlier. Now the 7th come. So at least they will be stealing from Brown, I hope. Yes, that's also a good blocking spot. So go back to the 4 ore, please. Yes, well played. And he doesn't get a 7, which is nice. So I need to be buying development cards now. ASAP. That's right. So that allows me to at least buy one development. What does anybody want to help me with the development cards? I can free for one at least some of my ore. To at least buy one development. Let's hope it is a knight. Yes, thank you. That will give me the largest army next turn. Will bring me to at least 8 points. I will need another city and a settlement, or I will do it the hard way and try to buy more development cards and hope for a second victory point for them. Okay, so red has to discard, which is fine, I guess, but red doesn't have its second city. Doesn't have a city yet. I don't see him as any danger at all. It's a game between Brown and me at this point. Another 8. Thank you very, very much. So we need to play that knight. Another 8. So can I actually win? I think I can. I just need a settlement and a city. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4 products. And I can trade them like this. And I think that should be it. Yes, it fits exactly. How nice is that? Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so in this game I was always in a good position. I just needed long to start going, but the end really, I mean, the 8s in the end really helped a long way. And I was quite scary, to be honest, but I'm also always a pessimistic person when it comes to my chances. I think my chances of winning weren't that bad at any point. It's just, well, the start wasn't the start I had imagined, but hey, what can you do? My 2 settlement spots at the beginning were great. So let's see if we have achieved our goal. I'm in 100. Yes, ELO 1302. Alright, guys, I think that's actually a nice note to end this recon. So, I, so have a good night.